Hi everybody, it's Heidi at Hen and Chick Studio. How are you all doing this afternoon? It's hard to believe that November is already half over. God, a week from today, it is going to be Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, that just seems so impossible how fast the time is going. Well, I wanted to touch base with you a little bit today on specialty rulers. We talk a lot around here about rulers. You've heard me say, I think more than once, that if I'm going to buy a ruler, I want to make sure it's got uses and I have lots of reason to buy it. So I thought I would show you a couple of the rulers that we have hanging around here and what they can do for you in general. It's not going to be a demo or anything tonight, but just talking a little bit about some rulers. So the first one I have to show you, because I think the potential of this ruler is amazing. It is a 60-degree triangle, and this is a Creative Grids ruler, and we have it in two sizes. This is what they refer to as the 12-inch size. There is a smaller one, but my favorite use for using this is to make the easy stripe table runner. And if you want a quick and easy project, this is it. The first time you do it, it might take you just a minute because there is a little bit of which way does the ruler go on the stripe. But when you start going to a quilt shop like Hen and Chick Studio and you see stripes like this cute Easter bunny, your mind will start to go wild because you'll say, man, I could make that, the blue part of the table runner. Because what happens, and I'm going to show you several different pieces, and I should have grabbed, you know what, I am. Let me grab that. Hang on. This is the Be the Light stripe, okay? And if anybody's loving this Be the Light stripe, you can type in Be the Light or SKU 11352. So that is the stripe. And then once we take that ruler and the pattern to that fabric, look at this adorable table runner. It is absolutely sweet as can be. Those hummingbirds are just floating around. The flowers down the middle look so complicated. When I see that, I think, oh, and also, this border, like you'd think that's so complicated to get, but it's not. It's all about how you place your ruler on the stripe. So see how it has translated from the bolt to the border. And one of the things, and Jamie, maybe you can just flip over, is that we're not putting batting in these, and we are literally doing the right side out like a pillowcase, wrong side, whatever, right side together, wrong side out, and keeping them nice and flat. Because sometimes I think that a table runner, if it gets too puffy in the middle of your table, then your glasses don't sit right and your dishes wobble.
So Heidi, are you doing any top stitching or anything on this?
We did come back around and do just a quick top stitch right on the edge so that it makes it look just kind of a little bit finished, but no binding or anything like that. So basically you need a stripe and then a piece of backing fabric, and we used a nice bright color to keep that cheery. But this is what we would refer to as the traditional or original version of the Easy Stripe Table Runner. Let me show you in the Christmas version because it's so cute. And if you're calling, we will get back to you shortly. So it's gonna have to ring. And this is a Christmas one. It isn't that nice.
And Heidi, I would say again, the stripe of how it appears on the bolt to the way the stripe looks when you get it in a table runner, you have options even with how the stripe comes.
That's
on
right,
the
because
bolt.
you could put your ruler slightly different and end up with a different configuration. The fun thing about this pattern is that it also, and I'm going to turn these around
and
so you can
where's
see.
Your pattern?
Oh, the pattern, I've already lost it. Isn't that amazing how that happens? I've lost it.
Well, it'll show up at some place.
It'll show up. Here it is. Again, this is the Easy Stripe Table Runner. But look that once you get the gist of how it's cutting and going together, you can start to take stripes and the pieces and rearrange and make some interesting designs. So that one makes kind of an interlocking pattern. This one is stunning with Jason Yenter's fabric, and just by the nature of the way it's cut, putting all those flowers together, it creates almost a bouquet in the middle. So it can be very different. And I didn't bring the geranium one up, but look how different that, or poppy, excuse me, not geranium, poppies. Got my wrong flower, sorry about that, botanical experts. That is a poppy. But you can see how quickly you can make that different. So we do not include the pattern in our table runner kits because obviously once you have the pattern, you don't need it. The way our kits are cut is that you need a length of fabric. So we do cut the yardage in half. If you follow the instructions, it would say that you would need 1.5 yards of striped fabric for the basic runner. Well, technically you could get 2 table runner tops out of that, because if you want the tops, because you need the 1.5 yards long, but only half of that, okay? So that 60-degree table runner, and I'm gonna tell on Stephanie. Stephanie was making actually the poinsettia, and she said, Heidi, it's not coming together right, something is wrong. And she did not use the 60-degree ruler. She had not taken our store one home, and the ruler she was using, she thought she had it on the 60-degree line. She was off by a smidge, and let me tell you, her center was not coming together. So when she took the right fabric home and the right ruler, she said even herself how quickly it came together. So again, a very fun way to use all the beautiful stripes that are out there and to come up with some fun table runners. Imagine, just as we've shown you here, we've got spring, summer, fall, winter, all sorts of different seasons that you could literally in minutes create for your own table, or even more fun as a gift for somebody in your family or friends.
And just an idea, Heidi, that someone has shared, not on the video right now, but maybe somebody else you could reverse it so you have one season on one side.
Yes, you could.
And instead of a color, you could make another season on the back side. Absolutely. Since we're not doing any top quilting or heaviness that way.
Yes. Another specialty ruler that we love is the pineapple trim tool, again from Creative Grids. And this is one that, and we'll maybe do a demo on it sometime. I've demoed it one time, I believe, several months ago. But it is the traditional pineapple block. I guess they're on both sides. You can see the traditional pineapple block. And again, one of those rulers that you think, do you really need a specialty ruler? But when you have all of these intersections coming together, this ruler is going to keep everything nice and square and trim so that your blocks actually finish the size that they're supposed to. The quilt in the store that we have, and I just brought the fabric pack, is the Pier 44. And look, I mean, it's just these beautiful fabrics, but it's a great one for scrap quilts. This pattern is out of Sunday Best Quilts. So we also have the book, which has a couple different variations of pineapple quilts, and just a fun way. Obviously, this ruler only makes pineapple trim, pineapple blocks, but you can use pineapple blocks in a variety of ways. It's kind of like a log cabin block, but tipped, and I think it's a traditional block that can be used over and over in different colorways. And I think that once you find out how fun it is to use the ruler, you will be thinking, oh, I could do that in pastels, I could do that in kids fabric, I could do that in brights, and be cutting all sorts of strips.
And it wouldn't even have to be a whole big quilt. You could do a pot holder or a table runner by just simply combining some of the blocks that you've had.
Yes. Let's do this one. We don't currently have a store sample. We've had this quilt in the store before. It's called Dovetail. This is one of Terry Atkinson's patterns. It uses the Hex and More ruler from Julie Herman of Jaybird Quilts. And again, I'm gonna show it on this side. It actually makes several of these shapes. Can you see those black? And then you can see them in color here. So the hexagons, triangles, the trapezoids that go with hexagons. So if you like those kinds of shapes, ultimately this creative grid ruler, or excuse me, that's a Jaybird quilt ruler, sorry. Hex and More is another great tool for doing different shapes and different sizes. And we did use it for the quilt dovetail. And we've made this a couple different times. It's a fun pattern to make. The last specialty ruler I'm going to talk about is the 60-degree diamond. So this is a 60-degree triangle. This is a 60-degree diamond. I'm going to get back. And just to lay them on top so that you understand, the top part of these rulers are exactly the same. It's the bottom parts that are different, okay? So the 60-degree diamond also comes in a mini, just like this one does as well. They come in different sizes. Well, the designer that we've gone with recently is Krista Mosier from the Quilted Life. Oh, Jamie, you made the ice cream cones out of the two scoops pattern using the 60-degree diamond ruler. And of course...
And maybe we'll have to bring them back and show.
Maybe we will. And of course, we've got City Girl Chevron, which this quilt is hanging in the store here. And this is the fabric bundle that goes with it. It is such a great quilt. It is such a great quilt because it has fun angles. But even I remember you saying that when you were using it, that it went quick and easy, and it made what looked like a difficult pattern, but made it very easy.
Yes.
Krista is another one of those designers, and I often say this, is that, you know, if I'm going to buy a ruler like this, can I find other patterns? Well, check out some of the other quilts that she does. The Semaphore Stripes is beautiful. The Champagne and Pearls is wonderful, and they all use the 60-degree diamond. So once you buy that ruler, you can do a variety of quilts. And I think that, again, to me, that's exciting. That, again, once you have that ruler, that you have the ability to be creative with it and do multiple things. So we just wanted to take a few minutes, show you a few of the rulers. We'll try to put links into some of the products that we just showed you. So if you're looking for that particular ruler or pattern, you can always put something in the comments and we'll follow up with you. And of course, if there's something you'd like to see us talk about here at Hen and Chick Studio, never hesitate to put that in as well. Well, I hope you all have a great evening. Go out, be creative, and we'll see you tomorrow.